A river is the source of water for water supply to a town. Its water is very turbid and polluted. The correct sequence of steps for treating the river water would be A. Pre-sedimentation, prechlorination, coagulation, sedimentation, filtration, post-chlorination. B. Coagulation, sedimentation, post-chlorination. C. Coagulation, filtration, sedimentation, post-chlorination. D. Sedimentation, post-chlorination. The correct answer is pre-sedimentation, prechlorination, coagulation, sedimentation, filtration, post-chlorination. What is the probable maximum precipitation PMP? A. Projected precipitation for a 100-year return period. B. Maximum precipitation for all past recorded storms. C. Upper limit of rainfall which is justified climatologically. D. Effective precipitable water. The correct answer is upper limit of rainfall which is justified climatologically. Westergaards analysis for stress distribution beneath loaded area is applicable to A. Sandy soils. B. Clayey soils. C. Stratified soils. D. Silty soils. The correct answer is stratified soils. Which of the following variations of magnetic declination are correctly matched? 1. Diurnal variation, variation whose time period varies from 100,350 years to annual variation, annual rate of change of secular variation. 3. Secular variation, variation of declination periodic in character. 4. Irregular variation, caused due to magnetic storms in Earth's magnetic field. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. A. 1, 3 and 4. B. 2 and 3. C. 1 and 4. D. 3 and 4. The correct answer is 3 and 4. In order to find the resultant of a system of coplanar parallel system of forces, the correct sequence of the graphical procedure to be followed is A. Force diagram, space diagram, funicular polygon and polar diagram. B. Funicular polygon, force diagram, space diagram and polar diagram. C. Space diagram, force diagram, polar diagram and funicular polygon. D. Space diagram, funicular polygon, force diagram and polar diagram. The correct answer is space diagram, force diagram, polar diagram and funicular polygon. Given that T thickness of the plates, B width of the plates, D diameter of the rivets, N number of rivets in a line, T permissible tensile stress, the tearing strength of the joint is given by A. TB NDT, B. TB NDT, C. BT NDTT, D. BT NDTT. The correct answer is TB NDT. Consider the following statements pertaining to a pile group and a single pile at failure. 1. In loose and medium dense sands, the failure load per pile in a group will generally be greater than the failure load for a single pile. 2. In cohesive soils, the failure load per pile in a group will be greater than failure load for a single pile. 3. For piles driven in dense sands, the failure load per pile in a group is greater than the failure load for a single pile. 4. When the pile spacing is greater than 10 times the pile diameter, the failure loads per pile in a group and folly same in both sands and clays. Of these statements, A. 1 and 4 are correct. B. 2 and 4 are correct. C. 1, 2, 3 and 4 are correct. D. 2, 3 and 4 are correct. The correct answer is 1 and 4 are correct. A surge tank is provided in a hydropower scheme to A. Provide additional storage close to the penstock. B. Take care of change of slope, alignment or size of the water conductor system. C. Reduce the pressures under transient conditions. D. Provide convenient overspills. The correct answer is reduce the pressures under transient conditions. If the settlement of a single pile in sand is denoted by S and that of a group of n identical piles, each pile carrying the same load by Sg, then the ratio Sgs will A be equal to 1 irrespective of width of the group, B be equal to n irrespective of width of the group, C decrease as the width of the group increases, D increase as the width of the group increases. The correct answer is increase as the width of the group increases. For the analysis of flow in a water distribution network, the site engineers preferred the following head loss equation: A. Darcy-Weisbach equation, B. Chassis equation, C. Hazen-Williams equation, D. Manning's equation. The correct answer is Hazen-Williams equation. Consider the following factors: 1. Period of construction winter-summer. 2. Degree of foundation roughness. 3. Slab thickness. 4. Reinforced unreinforced. Which of these factors are considered as per IRC for obtaining the maximum expansion joint spacing in rigid pavements? A. 1, 2 and 3. B. 2, 3 and 4. C. 2 and 3. D. 1 and 4. The correct answer is 1, 2 and 3. The concentration of hardness producing cations may be estimated using which one of the following? A. Conductivity meter, B. pH meter, C. Spectrophotometer, D. Flame photometer. The correct answer is pH meter. A vehicle is moving up on an inclined plane. The vehicle has rear wheel drive. Force of friction on the rear wheels will be in a direction: A. Along the plane but backward, B. Backward at an angle with the plane. Where is the friction angle? C. Along the plane but forward, D. Forward at an angle with the plane. Where is the friction angle? The correct answer is along the plane but forward. Consider the following statements. In the case of close coiled spring carrying an axial loading, the spring is subjected to 1. Torsion. 2. Axial force. 3. Bending moment, the effect of which can be neglected. Of these statements, A. 1, 2 and 3 are correct, B. 1 and 2 are correct, C. 1 and 3 are correct, D. 2 and 3 are correct. The correct answer is 1 and 3 are correct. Which one of the following equations correctly gives the relationship between the specific gravity of soil grains G and the hydraulic gradient I to initiate quick condition in a sand having a void ratio of 0.5? AG 0.5 I1, BGI 0.5, CG 1.5 I1, DG 1.5 I1. The correct answer is G 1.5 I1. What is the bending moment at A for the bent column shown in the D figure? A. 40 kN, B. 20 kN, C. 10 kN, D. 0 C. The correct answer is 0 C. Consider the following statements. The principle of superpositions is applied to 1. Linear elastic bodies. 2. Bodies subjected to small deformations. Of these statements, A. 1 alone is correct, B. 1 and 2 are correct, C. 2 alone is correct, D. neither 1 nor 2 is correct. The correct answer is 1 alone is correct. In which type of lakes does the perfect ecological equilibrium among the producers, decomposers, and consumer groups of organisms exist? A. Senescent lakes, B. Mesotrophic lakes, C. Oligotrophic lakes, D. Eutrophic lakes. The correct answer is oligotrophic lakes. A soil deposit has 3 layers having same thickness each, but the permeabilities of the layers are in the ratio of 1:4 from top to bottom. What is the ratio of average permeability in the horizontal direction to that in the vertical direction? A. 7:2, B. 14:6, C. 28:24, D. 49:36. The correct answer is 4936. The 3-point problem in hydrographic surveying considers the data on the location of three shore signals A, B, and C, and the angles and subtended by AP, BP, and CP at the board P, and then proceeds to plot the position of P. The problem may become indeterminate in special cases when AB and P are on opposite sides of the line AC, B both P and P are on the same side of the line AC, CP is within the triangle ABC. DP is very close to the extension of one of the edges of the triangle ABC. The correct answer is P is very close to the extension of one of the edges of the triangle ABC. Horizontal stiffeners are needed in plate girders if the thickness of web is here d distance between the flanges and L span. A 6 mm. BD 200. CL 500. D nearly equal to flange thickness. The correct answer is D 200. What is the full width of the land acquired before finalizing highway alignment known as A. Width of formation, B. Right of way, C. Carriageway, D. Roadway. The correct answer is right of way. What is the superelevation for a horizontal highway curve of radius 500 m and speed 100 km/h in mixed traffic condition? A. 8.9, B. 6.2, C. 0, D. 1. The correct answer is 1. Which one of the following is a compression member? A. Purlin, B. Boom, C. Girt, D. Tie. The correct answer is boom. In the riveted connection shown in the given figure, the rivets subjected to maximum stress would include A. A, B, C, and D, B, C, D, E, and F, C, E, F, G, and H, D, A, B, G, and H. The correct answer is A, B, G, and H. An elementary structural frame ABC consists of a vertical member BC and a cantilever beam AB which carries a load P at the free end A as shown in the given figure. The bending moment diagram consists of A. Triangle for both AB and BC, B. Rectangle for both AB and BC, C. Triangle for AB and rectangle for BC, D. Rectangle for AB and triangle for BC. The correct answer is triangle for AB and rectangle for BC. Approximate ratio of the permeabilities of two clean soils having D10 0.6 mm and D10 0.3 mm is A. 4.0, B. 3.75, C. 4.25, D. 3.5. The correct answer is 4.0. The force in member AB is in the given figure. A. 5 kN compression, B. 2 kN compression, C. 0, D. 7 kN compression. The correct answer is 0. Which one of the following systems of pre-stressing is suitable for pre-tensioned members? A. Freycinet system, B. Magnol-Blutton system, C. Hoyer system, D. Gifford-Udall system. The correct answer is Hoyer system. Consider the following statements. Liquefaction is a phenomenon 1. Observed in fine sands 2. Associated with development of positive pore pressure. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. both 1 and 2, D. neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is both 1 and 2. Which of the following pairs are correctly matched? 1. Eutrophication. Nutrient accumulation leading to ecosystem change occurring in impounded water. 2. Autotrophism. Utilization, rearrangement, and decomposition of complex materials predominate. 3. Heterotrophism. Predominance of fixation of light energy, use of simple inorganic substances and built-up complex substances. Select the correct answer from the codes given below. A1, 2 and 3. B1 alone. C2 and 3. D1 and 3. The correct answer is 1 alone. Consider the following statements. A grillage base is checked for 1. Bending 2. Shear 3. Compression 4. Web crippling. Which of these statements are correct? A1 and 4. B1 and 3. C2 3 and 4. D1 2 and 4. The correct answer is 2, 3 and 4. In the pin-jointed plane truss shown above, what is the magnitude and nature of force in member BC? A0. B 50 kN tensile. C 50 kN compressive. D. The correct answer is 0. A footing is resting on a fully saturated clayey strata. For checking the initial stability, shear parameters are used from which one of the following? A. Consolidated non-drained test. B. Unconsolidated drained test. C. Unconsolidated non-drained test. D. Unconsolidated non-drained test with pore pressure measurement. The correct answer is unconsolidated non-drained test. Consider the following factors. 1. Reaction time. 2. Speed. 3. Coefficient of longitudinal friction. 4. Gradient. Which of these factors are taken into account for computing braking distance? A1 and 3. B1 2 and 4. C2 3 and 4. D2 and 3. The correct answer is 2, 3 and 4. For the purpose of designing a well-point system for lowering groundwater table in a sandy silt deposit, the coefficient of permeability of the soil is to be determined. Which one of the following methods would be most suitable? A. Constant head permeameter test. B. Variable head permeameter test. C. Pumping out test in the field. D. Pumping in test in the field. The correct answer is pumping out test in the field. Which of the following are associated with alum coagulation? 1. A decrease of alkalinity in treated water. 2. Formation of hydroxide flocks of aluminium. 3. A slight decrease of pH in treated water. 4. An increase of permanent hardness. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. A1 2 and 3. B1 3 and 4. C1 2 3 and 4. D2 and 4. The correct answer is 1 2 3 and 4. Consider the following statements for an over-reinforced singly reinforced rectangular RC section. 1. The lever arm will be less than that for a balanced section. 2. The maximum stress developed by steel would equal the allowable stress in steel. 3. The maximum stress developed by concrete would equal allowable stress in concrete. Of these statements, A1 and 2 are correct. B1 and 3 are correct. C2 and 3 are correct. D1 2 and 3 are correct. The correct answer is 1 and 2 are correct. A hydraulic model of a spillway is constructed with a scale 1/16. If the prototype discharge is 2048 cubic, then the corresponding discharge for which the model should be tested is A1 cubic, B2 cubic, C4 cubic, D8 cubic. The correct answer is 2 cubic. A beam has the same section throughout its length with I1 extend 8 mm. For it is subjected to a uniform BM 40 kN. E2 extend 5 nm. To what is the radius of curvature of the circle into which the beam will bend in the form of an arc of a circle? A 1000 m. B 500 m. C 400 m. D 350 m. The correct answer is 500 m. Consider the following statements in respect of plate girders. 1. A large number of cover plates are provided over flange angles so that curtailed flanges match the bending moment diagram exactly. 2. At least one cover plate should extend over the entire span so that rain water may not enter and corrode the connections. 3. A minimum of 1/3 of flange area should be provided in flange angles and balance in flange cover plates for stability. Which of the statements given above are correct? A1 and 2. B2 and 3. C1 and 3. D1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is 1, 2 and 3. A rigid cantilever frame ABC is fixed at C. It carries a load P at A as shown in the given figure. Neglecting axial deformation, the vertical deflection of the point A is given by EI constant throughout the frame. A PA2 2 EI. B pi2 H3 EI. C pi2 3 HI3 EI. D pi2 2 HI2 EI. The correct answer is pi2 3 HI3 EI. If R is the radius of the main curve, the angle of deflection S the shift and L the length of the transition curve, then the total tangent length of the curve is given by AR S tan 2 L2, BR S tan 2 L2, CR S tan 2 L2, DR S tan 2 L2. The correct answer is R S tan 2 L2. Which one of the following gives the correct decreasing order of the densities of a soil sample? A. Saturated submerged wet dry. B. Saturated wet submerged dry. C. Saturated wet dry submerged. D. Wet saturated submerged dry. The correct answer is saturated wet dry submerged. What does the critical path in PERT represent? 1. The shortest path for the earliest completion of the project. 2. The longest path of the network from the initial to final event. A1 only. B2 only. C both 1 and 2. D neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is 2 only. A simply supported beam of constant width and varying depth and uniform strength is subjected to a central concentrated load. The depth of the beam dx at a distance x from one of the supports is proportional to ax12, bx13, cx, dx2. The correct answer is x12. In the given figure, the maximum bending moment at the fixed end of the cantilever caused by the UDL is m. The bending moment at section 1/5 from the free end is A4 of m, B5 of m, C10 of m, D20 of m. The correct answer is 4 of m.